So in continuation to December 2024 suggested answers, now we are going to see question number 6A. Corn Limited, using standard costing system, produces a technical product by blending two basic raw materials. The standard cost of a chemical mixture is as follows. So 60% of material A at 50 per kg, 40% of material B at 60 rupees per kg. A standard loss of 20 rupees or 20% on input is expected in production. The cost records for a period have shown the following usage. So 540 kgs of material A at 60 rupees per kg. So this is your actual usage. So 260 kgs of material B at 50 rupees per kg. The quantity processed was 680 kilograms of good product. From the above given information, analyze the following variances. So we need to calculate material cost variance, price variance, mix variance, and yield variance. So we need to calculate 4 variances. So this is relating to a standard costing problem. So for students, those who are preparing based on question paper patterns, it is a kind advice that usually we will get 140 mark problem from budget. But what happened last time, we got 40 marks from standard costing and another 7 marks from standard costing itself. So totally 21 marks we have received from standard costing. So please don't ignore any chapters and don't prepare based on in this chapter only we will get questions, in this chapter we won't get questions, because that everything got breaked in last cycle. So those who are all taught only we will get 7 marks from standard costing and we will get much marks in budget. So they will be get caught because we got much marks in standard costing and we got only 7 mark question from budget. So don't prepare based on from this question I will get from this chapter only I will get this question, like that. Don't prepare. So it is a kind advice. So now we have some information. So for usually for standard costing problem, for calculation of material variance, I need standard quantity for actual production, then standard price, actual quantity, actual price. If it is in case of 2 or 3 raw materials composed together to form a unit output, we need to calculate revised standard quantity as well. So you remember, revised standard quantity will come only when there is a raw material composition more than one type of raw material. So in this particular case, we have 2 types of raw materials, A and B. So we need to calculate RSQ as well as. So A, B we have. So here another thing to notice, as per standard we have 60 and 40 percentage. So my standard composition is 60 and 40 percentage. So 60 and 40. So I will be getting a total input of 100. Out of this 100, my 20 percentage will be in loss. So 20 will go in loss. So 80 will be my output. So hope all you are understood this. So my standard composition is 60 and 40. A standard loss of 20% on input is expected in production. So if I'm inputting 100 kgs of raw material, I can expect a loss. So this is my input A, B, loss. So my output will be 80%. So for an output of how many kgs are required now? So my output is 680 kilograms of good products. So they have told 680 kgs of good product. So my output here I'm using the formula standard quantity for actual output, that is my actual output is 680 kgs of good product, right? So here for 80 kgs of output I am inputting 60 kgs. Then for 680 kgs how much will be my input? 60 divided by 80 into 680. So I will be getting 510. So similar way for B. So for B, 40 divided by 80 into 680. So here 20% loss. So my output will be 680. So this will be my standard quantity for actual output. So hope this is clear. My standard mix for an output of 80 kgs is for A 60 and for B it is 40. So I want to calculate what will be my standard input for getting an output of 680. So just a simple cross multiplication, 60 divided by 80 into 680. So I will be getting 510 for A and 340 for B. So 510 340. This is my input, this is my loss, and this will be my output, right? Okay, what is my standard price for this? So in the question itself they have given 50 and 60 per kg. So my standard price is 50 and 60. Now I am going to calculate standard cost. So standard cost, that means 510 into 50. Here it is 340 into 60. Even if you are not calculating this, we can calculate at the later stage. So then actual quantity. So actual quantity is how much? 540 and 260 at the rate of 60 and 50. So 540 260 at the rate of 60 and 50. So my actual cost is actual quantity into actual price, right? So here I got 680 kilograms of good product. So my 680 kilograms means I will be getting a loss of 120 kgs only. Okay, now let's move on to RSQ. So RSQ, what is RSQ here? For standard quantity, we have calculated what will be my input for actual quantity. So in RSQ, what will be the input for this 800 we need to calculate. So we need to calculate what will be my standard quantity for this actual proposition, that is our basic calculation. So how we will be calculating my standard quantity divided by standard input. So how we will be calculating my standard quantity of particular raw material, say for example B. So I'm using 340 kgs of standard quantity divided by my standard input, that is 850, into my actual input, that is 800. So I will be getting 320 kgs. So same way for A, I have calculated 510 divided by 850 into 800. So this is the formula for RSQ. So my total will be now 800. So remember, for RSQ, that the input total both for actual quantity and RSQ, it will match. For standard quantity, my output will match along with actual quantity. So this is the trick we need to remember. So if I am incurring a 20% loss, so my actual output will be 640. So this is the RSQ calculation. So now we have calculated everything. So let's move on to calculation of variances. So first let's calculate material cost variance. So material cost variance, usually you can remember the formula easily. If it is cost variance, we have to consider standard cost and actual cost, that's it. So standard cost for actual production, remember the term actual production, minus actual cost. So standard cost for actual production, you can calculate totally, or you can calculate for A, B separately. It's up to you. So if I'm calculating A for A separately and B separately, I want to put a total. You should not miss to put a total here. So for A, my standard cost is 25,500 minus 32,400. So here I'm getting a minus, negative. So this answer will be in adverse. So for B, same way I'm calculating 2400 is my standard cost and my actual cost is 13,000. So I will be getting a favor variance. 7,400 will be my favor variance. So my total will be 500. So usually you will be getting marks for this total. So don't forget to put total cost variance. So this is in favor again. So next let's move on to price variance. So material price variance. So price variance, in the sense we need to calculate variance for price. So the formula will be standard price minus actual price into actual quantity. So here one in this formula alone we will be using actual quantities. There is no other formula we are using actual quantities. So for A, again A, I am calculating standard price is 50, whereas we incurred 60 rupees into my actual quantity is what, 540. So I will be getting 5,400 adverse. So then for B, it is standard is 60 rupees but actual is 50. So it is a favorable variance into my actual quantity is 260. So my total variance is 2,800 adverse. So now let's move on to material mix variance. So material mix variance is equal to, remember first we need to calculate RSQ. So we have already calculated RSQ here. So RSQ minus actual quantity into standard quantity. So medium mixed variance is the variance computed for what will be my standard proposition for actual mix and my actual mix. So the variance between standard proposition of my actual mix and actual quantity. So the formula will be RSQ minus AQ into standard quantity. So here my mix variance RSQ is 480 for A. So 480 minus my actual quantity is 540 into my standard price. So standard price is 50 rupees for this. So we will be getting 3000 adverse variance. So same way for B. So 320 is my RSQ. My actual quantity is 260. So 320 minus 260 into my standard price is 60 rupees. So here I will be getting a favor variance of 3600. So total comes to 600 favor. So now let's move on to material yield variance. So yield variance, you can calculate yield variance in two ways. So in simple, I will calculate using the input itself. So actually, what is yield variance? How much yield we are getting. So in that, what is the variance? That is the basic concept of yield variance. So first you try to understand what is yield variance. So yield variance in the sense how much yield I am getting. So if I am inputting 850 kgs, what will be my yield? So that is 800 kgs will be my yield. Right. So this is the yield variance based on input. In you have another formula based on yield for output. You can calculate based on output also. So for that I need to calculate another what will be my actual yield for this standard this one. So I don't want to complicate everything, so I will be going based on RSQ itself. So if I am calculating based on RSQ, my my formula will be standard quantity minus revised standard quantity into standard price. So for A, my standard quantity is 510. So instead of using 510 kgs, I use only 480 kgs only into my standard price, that is 50. So 1500 will be my favorable variance. So hope this is clear. We have for variance we have two formulas. We can calculate based on input and we can calculate based on output also. So here I am calculating based on input. So that is standard quantity minus revised standard quantity into standard price. So for B, so my standard quantity is 340 and my revised standard quantity is 320 into 60 rupees is my standard price. So 1200 again favor. So total will be 2700 favor. So that's it. This is a simple question. You can score easily 7 marks, but we need to know all the formulas and how we need to calculate everything. So if this is based on yield variance, right, based on input, if I'm calculating based on my output, means material yield variance is equal to actual yield. Remember, actual yield, that is actual output minus standard yield for my this thing, that is revised standard quantity 640. into standard output price, SOP we can say. So my output price, I need to calculate this. Right? So we need to calculate what will be my standard output. So I need to calculate my output price. So here I can calculate using my RSQ into my standard price. So 24,000, 19,200. So total will comes to 43,200. So my standard price will be for producing this many kgs. I have to incur 43,200. So loss will be nil. So 43,200 will be my total. So my actual yield is how much? My actual yield 680, but my standard yield should be 640. For this particular combination, I want to get 640 only, but I got 680 output. So that means more than my standard I got. So this will be in favor. So remember, if we are calculating using this formula, actual yield should come first. So 680 minus 640 into 43,200 is for total, right? So I need here per unit. So 43,200 divided by 640. So I will be getting 2,700. So same in either formula, any of the formula, you will be getting the answer. Same answer only you will be getting. So you can use either this or this. And so it's up to you, whichever is comfortable for you, you can use it. So but remember, here you have to calculate this standard price for that output per unit. So I am converting into 43,200 divided by 640 units. So I am converting that and I am using this. So let's move on to next question. 6B, question number 6B. G Limited manufactures two products called M and N. Both products use a common raw material acid. The raw material acid is purchased at 72 rupees per kg. The company has decided to review inventory management policies for the forthcoming year. The following forecast information has been extracted from department estimates for the year ended 31st March 2025. So we are estimating sales, finished goods stock increase by year end, post production rejection rate. So this is 4% rejection rate I am expecting. So material asset usage per completed unit net of wastage. Material asset wastage percentage. So here we have wastage for raw materials and post production rejection rate. So we have both things. Additional investment. The management of G Limited has decided that there should not be more than 40 orders in a year for the raw material asset. So there should not be more than 40 orders. Fine. You are required to prepare functional budgets for the year ended 31st March 2025 under the following headings. Production budget for product gap and N in units. Purchase budget for material asset in cases and value. So here I need to calculate production budget. So how many units I need to produce. So based on my sales, closing stock, everything I will be producing, right? So here sales is 28,000. My closing stock is 320. So I need to produce 28,320. But what we have here is post production rejection rate. So for this 4% I need to if I am producing 28,320, in that 4% will be gone, so I will be getting less units. So for I have to accommodate this 4% also. So here see I am going to calculate production budget. My simple basic logic I need to apply here. So for product M and N I have. So my budgeted sales, that is 28,000 and 13,000. They said increase in closing stock, that is 320 and 160. So I need to produce 28 320 and 13 160. This is my good units, number of good units to be produced. So hope this is clear for you. So increase in usually we will be adding closing stock. So number of good units produced 28,320. If I am producing, say for example, production is 100%, okay, my loss will be 4%. So my good units will be how much I will be getting good unit, 100 minus 4, that is 96 I will be getting as good units. So here this 28,320 is for 96. So I need to calculate how much is for 100%. So 28,320 divided by 96 into 100. So many will do mistakes here. So first you just write it down. If my production is 100, loss will be 4%. So my good units will be 96%, right? So 28,320 is for 96%. So what will be for 100%? That means 29,500. So this is for number of units to be produced. So this is without rejection. So I need to produce without rejection. Usually if rejection happens means more I want to produce, right? So that is the concept here. So same way for n the waste percentage is 6%. So 13,160 into what we will do, 100 divided by 96. Sorry, 94, 6% wastage. So 14,000 I will be getting. That is 100. My loss percentage is 6. So 94 I will be getting. So 13,160 is for 94%, means what will be for 100%. So that's what I have calculated here. So this is pertaining to production budget. So in this particular problem they have given for 7 marks. That means for production budget we will be having 4 marks, and for cost budget or purchase budget we will have 3 marks. So purchase budget in cases and value both they have asked. So we need to calculate both purchase price as well as quantity. We need to calculate quantity as well as purchase price. Mostly what we will do in a hurry, we will calculate quantity and we will forget to calculate value. So don't miss. You just compare after doing everything. Have we calculated all the necessary inputs like that? So purchase budget I am going to calculate for material asset. This is for material asset, not for M and N and all. This is for material asset, that is together. So how many units I am going to produce for M? 29,600 and 14,000, right? So how many units of material asset I required? So material asset only I am going to purchase. For producing M and N I require material asset. So how many kgs of material asset I require? 5 kgs of material asset. So raw material required for 1 unit is, here it is 5 kgs and here it is 6 kgs. So how much total I require? 29,500 into 5. Here 14,000 into 6. So material needed for production. Here again we have loss. So here 10% will be loss. So for producing 1 kg I will incur a loss of 10. So that means 100. Here loss is 10. So that means I will be getting 90% only as output, right? So 1,47,500 is for 90%. Then what is for 100 percentage. So 147 500 divided by 90 into 100. That means I will be getting 163 889 kgs. So I required here 163 889 kgs. This is without loss. So same way for n. So n is also I need to calculate. So this is my input. Here it is loss. So my output will be for 90 percentage only. So for 1,47,500 kgs of requirements, I need to put 1,63 kgs of input. So that is the question. So I need to purchase 1,63,889 kgs. So for n, same way I have to calculate. So for n, the waste percentage is 5%. So that means 100, here it is 5. So I will be getting 95. So 95 is for 84,000. So 84,000 into 100 divided by 95. So I will be getting 80,421. So this is my units. So quantity to be purchased. This is in kgs. So now they asked to calculate amount also, right? So total quantity is 250 to 310. My rate is 72 rupees. So 1,81,66,312 rupees I required. So here they have given 72 rupees per kg. So for purchasing 1 kg of raw material, I want to spend 72 kgs. So I am multiplying the total with 72. That is 252, 310 into 72. So I will be getting 1,81,66,320. So this is my purchase price. So for calculating purchase price, we will be awarded 1 mark. So if I am asking to calculate this purchase price, you will be getting 1 mark less only. Even though your answers for all the steps are right, you will be missing 1 mark, losing 1 mark. So remember to calculate based on the logic, because if you're reducing here, you think your entire answer will go wrong. So you just apply the logic. So if I am incurring a loss, I need to produce more. So same way for material asset also, raw material loss is there, so I need to input more raw materials. So I want to calculate accordingly.